Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on BZCN, Biz Auctions Incorporated. I can't remember if I've ever done this one before, but regardless, check out this chart. Made some nice moves these past few days on nice volume, so the requests have been pouring in on it, and want to get this updated so people can have an idea of what to look for from a charting perspective. So just to kind of break down what's been happening the past few days, obviously, basically nothing for the past quite a while. Let me take that back. Here was some nice action here, but pretty much from the end of June, or excuse me, July up until this point, not too much. Just by looking at that volume, looking at the price action, we had a little slow bleed. But today, or excuse me, yesterday and today, all changed that. I had it on my watch list yesterday, just wondering if this was going to be kind of a one-day pop. But definitely when you see volume like this out of nowhere, and then you look at the average volume and say, wow, this volume is much higher than anything that we've seen today. What's the follow through on it? So what I want to do is just get the supports and resistance levels mapped out, so you have an idea of what sorts of things to look for. The first support level that I'm going to map out, and actually this was one of the good things and probably more favorable things that happened today, um, was if we look down here at this purple line, which is a 50-day simple moving average, you can see it's been knocking down the price quite a bit. Actually, if I even extend this out, let's take a okay. Since about this point here, you can see when the price dropped below it, the price tried to get back up there, couldn't quite do it. Here, price got above it, but if you notice, it could never close above it. So, remember, from a daily chart perspective, we care about where the closes are, not intraday highs. We care about, well, where does it close? And here you had some action where it was getting above it, but it could never quite close above. Here we had it again, had a day get above it, couldn't close above it. So from these instances here, one, two, three times over the past about 5 months, this purple line's been knocking down the price, but we now have a different story here. Not only did we break above it intraday, we closed well above it too. So that is going to be the first support level, and I'll just kind of draw a line. Keep in mind this is a dynamic support, meaning it'll change as time goes by. It is an average, so each day that a new price is added to it's going to affect the calculation on it. But nonetheless, this is the first support level. I think this is going to be I can't trying to eyeball it. Yes, this was a resistance level 2, this previous high over here, but as you can see, the price busted above it and closed above it. Therefore, this resistance has now also been turned into support. This value is at 0.0013. So at this point in time, we have support levels down here at 0008 and then 0.0013. Ideally, you want to see this one, or you'd like to see this one hold, but worst case, you really want to see this hold. This is a little less than 50% of this move. So if the price does come down here, from a psychological standpoint, people should be drooling at the opportunity to buy shares there. So if you get a close below this, that's kind of a sign that maybe this move was just a kind of a 2-day thing and it's over. What the true test right now is making sure that we don't repeat prior history, meaning here you can see price did some nice movements and then nothing came of it. It was a pop and then it came down, lost support, and then just kept drifting down. That's what we want to avoid here. And a great way to measure if we can avoid that is seeing if, and that's we close way up here, so this is a pretty big if. If the price even comes down to this level, how's it going to react? Is it going to pull one of these moves where the price closes below it and then starts to drift downwards, or is it going to come down here, consolidate, and then bounce up? That's really the longer term question right now in terms of the chart. Now on the resistance side of the equation, we have our little short-term one here, just simply because that's where the profit taker stepped in today. That was at 0.0016. And then the next resistance is going to be right over in this area here, so not too far off. You can see we have an area of price congestion right around this area, if you can even include that right there. This level, let me change these to red for resistance. And I'm going to make that one a 1, or excuse, make it a 1, a little just skinnier to represent, because I don't think that's going to be a huge resistance level. Then after that, you have a little bigger gap and resistances not till way up here. But one step at a time. Let's first see how the price reacts either around these resistance levels or see how these support levels hold up. And I can be back to update it. If we start to blast off again to get things squared away. But overall, good looking day. It'll be curious, or I'm very interested to see how Friday and then the early part of next week goes in terms of, if it does consolidate, are these levels going to hold up, or is this just going to be one of these monsters that we've been seeing where it just refuses to have a red day and going to put in another 3 green days? I have no idea. That's the exciting part about the market. You just got to sit back and buckle in at times. So if you do have any other questions on the chart, please shoot me a message. Also, I'd encourage you to check out bullmarketnewsletter.net. If you go there and sign up for the emailer, you'll be sent a free ebook, which has been getting very good reviews. And then with your subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces from penny stocks all the way up to big board. So there's a nice variety, no strings attached. It's all free, so it's worth at least checking out. We've been having some good success making our members money, so it's been a good time so far. Once again, this was BZCN. Thanks for listening, and let me know if you have any questions.